Since I got the 5-film collection of this series last year, let's talk about Underworld. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2003 action horror flick Underworld, released by Screen Gems and Lakeshore Entertainment, directed by Len Wiseman, with a script written by Danny McBride based on a story by him, Kevin Grievo, and Wiseman himself. Starring Kate Beckinsale along with Scott Speedman, Martin Sheen, Shane Brolly, and Bill Nighy. The film centers on the secret history of vampires and lycans, in abbreviated form of lycanthrope, which means werewolf. Anyway, this was the first installment of a big franchise for Screen Gems. Well, despite getting generally negative reviews from critics, but a smaller number of reviewers praised elements in this film, which I'll get to that in a little bit, and became a surprise hit, actually. Anyway, here's how the story goes. For generations, a secret war has raged between vampires and lycans, an ancient species of werewolf. After years of fighting between the two enemy races, the vampires have seemingly gained the upper hand following the death of the lycan leader, Lucian, at the hands of a vampire named Craven, who subsequently became the second in command to the vampires' triumvirate of leading elders. Selene, that's Kate Beckinsale, a member of an elite group of vampire assassins known as Death Dealers, longs for revenge against the lycans, who murdered her parents when she was a child. During a clash with the lycans, Selene discovers that they're looking for a seemingly ordinary medical student named Michael Corvin. After she rescues him and takes him under her wing, the pair find themselves pursued by a group of lycans led by Lucian, who is still alive after all. They escape, but Michael's bitten by Lucian. Since Craven was the only witness to Lucian's supposed death, Selene comes to suspect that he lied about killing him and may be working with the lycans. Now hesitant to trust Craven, Selene returns to her coven's mansion and prematurely awakens a hibernating elder vampire named Victor, who is waiting for his turn to resume his place as the coven's leader. Angry at being awakened early, Victor refuses to believe Selene's warnings about Craven's treachery and reminds her that his fellow elder Marcus was supposed to be awakened before him. While Selene awaits Craven's judgment for defying him, she binds Michael, fearing that the lycan's bite will transform him into a werewolf when the full moon rises. As the two of them bond, she gradually tells him more about her past, revealing that Victor adopted her and turned her into a vampire after her parents' death. Soon after, Selene manages to capture and abduct the lycan scientist Singe, while the lycans manage to abduct and capture Michael. While held captive in the lycan's lair, Michael soon learns that Lucian was once in love with Victor's daughter Sonia, and that Victor murdered her after he discovered their forbidden love affair. Craven claims that lycans were once slaves of vampires, and the war began when they rose up against them and fought for their freedom. While being interrogated by Victor back at the vampire's mansion, a captive Singe reveals that Selene was telling the truth about Craven's betrayal, and he reveals why the lycans want Michael. Vampires and lycans actually have a common ancestor, and Michael is a direct descendant of that ancestor. As an heir to the legendary Corvinus bloodline, he carries a unique genetic strain that could allow him to become a vampire-werewolf hybrid. Now to the ending. You got 5 seconds to start this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, keep going after the 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. In the climax of this, the vampire elder Amelia, the ruler of the coven, is ambushed and killed by lichens while traveling to the coven's mansion to awaken Marcus. In the ensuing showdown between the vampires and the lichens, Celine breaks into the lichens' lair to rescue Michael. Craven and Lucian turn on each other. Craven tells Celine that Victor was the one who really murdered her parents, and Michael allows Celine to bite him, believing that her bite will make him an immortal vampire werewolf hybrid, while Craven shoots Lucian, killing him. When Victor arrives at the Lycan's lair in the aftermath of the battle, he admits to murdering Celine's parents and killing his daughter, but staunchly defends his actions. He insists that he killed Sonia for the good of his people and claims that he made Celine immortal out of love for her. Victor tries to kill Michael, but Celine turns against him and kills him with the aid of Michael, who becomes a hybrid. Now enemies of both the vampires and the Lycans, Celine and Michael flee the Lycans' lair together. Back at the vampire's mansion, Marcus, now the sole surviving vampire elder, awakens after Singe's blood seeps into a sarcophagus. End of story. So, what did I think of Underworld? Well, it's been years since I last saw this movie. I've seen it maybe 2 or 3 times, or maybe a few more, maybe 3 or 5 times when it came on HBO in 2004. Then I just lost interest. Even after seeing its sequel, the 2006 sequel, Underworld Evolution, but after that I just didn't watch anymore because I decided to just lay off so many recent horror flicks after becoming Christian and all that jazz. But however, last year, after revisiting a few of these, I decided to bring the series home and give it a second chance. After rewatching this, it's growing me a little more. It's not too bad. Don't mind what critics say. I liked Underworld for certain reasons. I have to agree with some of the critics that give it some good praise, like the film's stylish gothic visuals that was really cool, and the icy English composure and Kate Beckinsale's performance. Yes, probably one of Beckinsale's greats. And of course, the extensively worked out vampire werewolf mythology that serves as the film's backstory. Yeah. So anyway, I thought this wasn't too bad and what have you. The film became a surprise hit for Screen Gems. The film went on to make $95 million worldwide, which that included $51 million in the US. Anyway, so this movie's pretty action-packed. It has some real good gunplay and what have you, which that's really cool. Celine's good with guns and not just her body and what have you. There's a good score by Paul Haslinger. Really good. But I like the performance we got from Kate Beckinsale as Celine. And Scott Speedman as Michael Corvin. Now we have Bill Nighy as Victor. And Michael Sheen playing Lucian. And Shane Broley as Craven. Anyway, we got some other pretty good characters. Most of these aren't too bad. Actually, we also have Wentworth Miller, who would later go on to star on Fox's hit series Prison Break, and also go on to play Captain Cold in the current the current adaptation of The Flash, as well as DC's Legends of Tomorrow. He plays Michael's colleague, Adam Lockwood. Yeah. So anyway, with a reasonable cast, and story is good in ways. So would I recommend Underworld? Well, I'd say yeah, give it a go. I mean, while a lot of people may not like this, which I completely do understand, but Underworld is definitely a real dark and haunting flick. But anyway, it will have a sequel, which came out 3 years later, being Underworld Evolution, and then in the next few years, 3 more sequels would follow. And I'm going to review all of these every single day this week, leading up to a ranking of all these. So, what are your thoughts on Underworld? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of, well, as I mentioned, Underworld Evolution. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other videos. I will include the only couple of vampire flicks that I've seen, and those being Blackula in the upper left-hand corner from 1972 and Scream Blackula Scream from 1973 in the upper right-hand corner. But if you just want something else, well, if you want to take a step away from horror, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent review of the Tom Hanks flick Big from 1988. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.